Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Blissfully Unaware. Now, Bobby, on Sunday I texted you and said that I had a little story to tell you. Well, I'll go ahead and...
I love story time.
You love story time. Now, everyone gather around the campfire, get your s'mores ready, and listen up. Well, basically, okay, Sunday night I get a call from my sister. It was actually while I was editing the podcast that came out last week. And so I get a call, and she says, well, her next-door neighbor has chickens, right?
Now, is this the older sister or younger?
This is the middle sister. Her name's Courtney.
Okay.
She, they have, next-door neighbors have some chickens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the chicken has jumped over the fence a couple times, one of their chickens, but the dog didn't see it, so... she was able to call the neighbors over. They got the chicken. Not the case this week. She's been watching her ex-husband's dogs, and I get a call saying, "Oh my God, Juno got one of the chickens." I'm like, "What? Juno got one of the chickens, John?" I'm like, "Okay. I mean, it's dead. She's been eating it, and now she's just sitting there guarding it." Like, okay. So basically, I felt like I was Winston Wolf from Pulp Fiction. I'm the guy that has to clean up the mess.
Yeah, the cleaner.
Yeah, I'm the one who has to come and get the dead body out of there.
It's like, don't touch it, don't say anything.
That's right. So I drive over there. As I'm driving over there, I'm calling my other sister, telling her what's going on. She gets a good laugh of it. I call Amy, and she says... like I said, yeah, what are you guys going to do? And I'm like, well, I guess we're just going to put it in a trash bag and throw it in the garbage. She says, this is how southern she is. She said, well, just pluck it and fry it and eat it. No need wasting good chicken. I said, I'm not going to eat a chicken that the dogs have mangled already.
Exactly.
So I get over there. Courtney at this point is already almost in tears. She's never had to deal with... Because my father-in-law, while I was living with them, he has chickens, so I've had to gone out there and put them up in their pen and all that fun stuff. So, so I go back there. We lure Juno into the house with some treats. We go over there. Thing's missing a foot. Feathers all over the backyard. So she gets the shovel. There's a trash bag, and I said, "Which one do you want to do? Do you want to hold the bag, or do you want to get the chicken?" She says, "I'll use the shovel." She starts to get the shovel. She starts gagging. I'm like, "Give me the damn shovel." So she's holding the bag. We put it in. Get it in the bag pretty easily. Could never find the foot though. I'm guessing the dog ate it. So. We just end up having to go next door, saying, "Here's your chicken."
Surprise!
Surprise! You guys get chicken tonight. But yeah, that was the story when I became Winston Wolf from Pulp Fiction. I was cleaning up the mess.
The cleaner.
But yeah, it was fun. You should have been there. Good times.
I would have. That'd have been funny. I'd been laughing my ass off. I'd like to see the dog destroy the chicken.
Oh man, there was just feathers all over it, like blood on the mouth.
Because I remember I used to always watch Butch eat rabbits, and that was interesting. Yeah.
I've never had an animal do that.
What it's weird is that how they grab it. You know how they usually eat bones between, they'll use their paws and but he would so once the rabbit's dead, he would put it on the ground and wrap his paws around it and put his weight, and he would rip the flesh off.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
I think that's what it was doing. Like, because we'd peek out there to see if it was still eating, and it would just be like his entire body would be on top of it, and you just see it jerking its head up. Yeah, and you just see like a thing, like just feathers go everywhere. It's pretty gnarly, man.
Their makeup, their DNA is saying, I am a meat eater, and I'm going to destroy this and eat it for future.
Exactly. Have another chicken story, actually. This is a few years ago. No, this is whenever we were living at the apartments, and like we used to have to take Barbie out on a leash because she would, chase anybody that would be walking by. But Murphy, he's too scared of everything, so he would just, we can take him out without a leash. Well, we walk out there, and I'm paying attention to Barbie, trying to see if she does her business, and all of a sudden I see Murphy just go darting out. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? And I just see him start attacking something. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? So I go over there. Neighbors had left out a thing of chicken bones. And he was just eating them. Well, turns out what he, later on, I had gone to work and I get a call from Amy, or a text from Amy. He's thrown up over 50 times. And he's thrown up blood. So she ends up taking him to the emergency vet. And yes, they had to do X-rays. We still have the X-rays somewhere. You just see a little bitty X-ray of a dog, and they had to keep him overnight. They had to draw blood. So when we came back, he had a little band. It looks like he had a little broken arm or something. But yeah, that cost us a good $1,100.
Oh
yeah.
Here. Okay, so we might not talk about my thing. That kind of leads into. I want to ask you this question.
Okay.
So you pick, out of your dogs, pick your favorite dog. I want to hear its name.
I can't do that, man.
Just.
Okay. I can't do that.
So it's your favorite dog. So it's not its normal self.
Okay.
Okay. So you're like, the dog's not normal, Amy. We got to take the dog to the vet.
Mm-hmm.
So you go get the vet. You go get it checked out, and it's diagnosed with some of this. It's diagnosed with something horrible, and they said, well, you're like, okay, does it need surgery? It needs surgery, and then it's going to need preventive care after that, and you're going to have to put the dog on medication.
Mm-hmm.
And so you say, well, what kind of price are we talking here? And they said, the surgery's going to be $5,000, and the drugs will cost you $300 to $500 every month for the prescription from then on. And then you say, well, okay, how long does the dog have to live if we do not get the surgery right away? And he'll say, you got a year. What are you going to do? Or what would you do?
Depends on how old the dog is.
Say
Barbie right now is 10 years old. If she lives another year, that'll be 11. That's, average dog, her type of dog is usually around 13 to 15.
Yeah.
So, that's tough. That's tough. Honestly, if it was 100% that she would live a normal life with the surgery and the drugs.
No.
She's not gonna.
Yeah, it's a small percentage. It's life-threatening.
Well, then she's basically just in pain the rest of the time anyway, then, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would...
All I'm saying is, are you going to spend all that money on a dog?
If it was going to be in no pain, I would, but if it's going to be in pain, no. You?
No, I would not. I would just... Yeah, I would... If it was debilitating pain to where the dog couldn't get up and go outside and...
But if the dog had the surgery, had the $5,000... doesn't need the medication after that. The dog is it's been a great dog to you. It's only been alive for 4 years.
I'm not gonna, because every dog that I had was for free. I'm not gonna. That's more than.
Well, it doesn't matter how much the dog is.
It's more
how
than
much is
my
the
wife's,
companionship?
I know, but what I'm saying though is I'm not gonna spend $5,000 on a dog. But what I was getting into is I don't get, where I'm in California, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in LA County. I'm gonna tell you this. There is dog and cat spas.
Yeah.
So they can come and they can spend the weekend. They'll get treatments. They'll get everything that a normal human would get at a spa. They get massages. They have TVs in their rooms. They have room service. Isn't that kind of...
Well, in LA County, you have all the celebrities, all that shit. You know, producers making millions. Basically, they're finding ways for people who have all the money in the world to waste money.
Exactly, but I don't care. Even if you are a millionaire, why would you ever consider that to do that to an animal?
Because you have all the money. That's all I can think of. That's the only reason they would do it, because they have all the money in the world to blow.
So why not they give that to charity, or give that to the homeless people, or give that to the, or send somebody to college instead of wasting $3,000 in 2 days on an animal?
Which I'm sure they do, but they just want to show I have money to waste, and this is how I'll waste it.
It's sickening.
I have a question for you. Running a little bit long in this segment, but after this part, we'll stop this segment coming up. But whenever I was younger, I had the person that cut our hair was very religious. In fact, she's close friends with the Duggars. I'm sure you've heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
The
kids.
Yeah,
the 19 kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
she knows them.
Let's talk about this. I'm ready for it.
Well, whenever I was, she was cutting my hair, and I was telling her about one of my dogs had just died. I was real sad. You gotta remember, I was only about, maybe 9, 10 years old.
Yeah,
maybe younger. But I was real upset. But I told her, but it's okay because my mom and dad said that now they're in doggy heaven. She stopped right then and go like, that's not true. Dogs don't go to heaven because they don't have souls.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you tell your parents?
I don't know if I did or not. I think Courtney was in the room whenever it happened, so I think she ended up telling them.
Yeah, I would have ripped into her if anybody ever says that to my kid.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like telling a kid. That'd be like, you and Amy have a kid, and your kid turns 5 or 6, and it says, "Hey, Mom, I want to go to Billy's house to spend the night," and he comes back, and he'll say, Billy's dad said, and Mom said Santa Claus isn't real.
Yeah.
That's that type of thing. They have no right to sit there and...
Yeah. That's just how she was. She also... actually, no, I won't go into that. But yeah, it's... it's like you said, that's basically them interfering with how they're raising their child.
Yeah, I would have a huge dispute with those people.
Me as well. It's just, yeah. Yeah, it just really... Every time I think of that, it always pisses me off. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll take one more quick break. And we'll have one last segment of this week's episode of Blissfully Unaware. We'll be right back.